Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me for another broadcast of God's podcast. I'm your host, God is Gracious. My subject today comes from 1 Corinthians 16:13, which reads, "Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." Again, 1 Corinthians 16:13. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. To keep your faith pure, be aware of your threats, be firm in your beliefs, behave like an adult, and have a strong will. Again, to keep your faith pure, be aware of any threats, be firm in your beliefs, behave like an adult, and have a strong will. I paused there momentarily because some adults act like children, but you know what it means when they say act like an adult, act mature, grow up. According to some interpretations, Paul encapsulated the qualities Christians ought to aspire to by employing the analogy of a soldier about to engage the devil in combat. He followed up his instructions with the following verse: do everything in love. Do everything in love. And he said this to avoid his teaching producing Christians who were too rigid or seemingly unloving. Do everything in love. One common misconception about the biblical attributes of meekness is that Christians should be frail. However, meekness is not weakness. In Matthew 11:29, Jesus referred to himself as gentle and urged us to emulate him, to be gentle. According to the New King James Version, meek means gentle. To be meek is to be gentle. The Bible frequently uses the phrase, a meek tongue is the tree of life, when referring to how we communicate. A servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but be gentle to all. Be able to teach, patient, in meekness, correcting those who are in opposition. In order to be humble or meek, one must first consider what to say. Again, one must first consider what to say and the appropriate moment to say it. Fantastic. Let's take a quick look at the 4 key parts of this verse. Beginning with number 1, be on your guard. This part of the passage is translated as watch ye. Be on guard, watch ye, which implies to be awake or vigilant. In the King James Version, at that time, Christians faced numerous threats, including the threat of persecution from non-Christians, the threat of conflict within the congregation, the threat of being corrupted by false teachers, and the threat of teaching others, or the threat of treating others in a manner that was un-Christ-like. Number 1, be on your guard. Number 2, stand firm in the faith. Stand firm in the faith. Do not let the ways of the world corrupt you. Continue to place your faith in the scriptures that Paul had previously taught you regarding your salvation. Number 1, be on your guard. Number 2, stand firm in the faith. Number 3, be courageous. This phrase is translated as quit like men. In the King James Version, it implies that you shouldn't act like a child and instead utilize mature knowledge and insight to overcome your fear of those who seek to corrupt or divide you. You should stand up for your faith instead. Number 1, be on your guard. Number 2, stand firm in the faith. Number 3, be courageous. And lastly, number 4, be strong. Sorry about that. Lastly, number 4, be strong. Oppose those. Again, oppose those who seek to corrupt or divide you with a strong will. So again, we have looked at 1 Corinthians 16:13, which reads, be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. In other words, grow up, act like an adult. Walk in meekness, which is gentleness. Walk in love. Treat everybody with love. Do all things in love. Everything in love. And I love you for taking the time out to join me for this brief broadcast. It is greatly appreciated. I know your time is just as valuable as mine. So I greatly appreciate you taking the time to listen. And I pray for you and your family every day. God bless you. And until next time, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye now.